Yeah, hello. I might just be quick on this. I just want to talk about Barca and his kit because he really looks good. Yeah, yeah, even on paper. Okay. So basically, his attack animation is really unique, and his charge attack is really. It really feels like it has a knockback effect, which is kind of weird to me because if it does, all you do is chasing the enemy until you corner them and do more charge attacks. And I think this is more effective if you're fighting a big boss or bigger enemies. So I think his normal attacks are more useful, uh, kind of like a skirk setup. I believe is what the people are saying about his, abilities. So his normal attacks, he does five cool attack animations on dual wield claymore, which is badass. And even more awesome is his elemental skill that will have anemo damage and basically swirling a corresponding elemental type. But this is the crazy part because you don't have to apply an element to an enemy. So as I am reading his description on this skill, I was like, oh wait a minute, you don't have to apply element to an enemy before you can swirl it, right? No, 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 no. It will correspond on the element based in your party. So I was like, okay, less time to apply elements and more effective to do more swirl damage. Yes, and that is good. So if there are pyro, hydro, electro, cryo characters in the party, Varka'S elemental skill will be converted into the special elemental skill. So it's called Four Winds Ascension, dealing elemental damage and anemo damage. So his two claimer will deal damage on a corresponding element. And his anemo damage, as you can see here, he has a pyro element already infused on his other claymore. And plus, we're not finished yet. And this is the fun part on his skill. He has a special elemental skill. Also, that he will do a special charged attack. Okay, like what's next? Another special attack. Like there's gonna be another sword gonna appear on his you know what. And his charge attack does not consume stamina, which is also great. We got another Ito on our hands, and yes, he's also a Claymore user. And we're not done yet. After all of the long explanation about his elemental skill, there's another one. Yeah, when when you hold his jump ability, he will leap very high. So more advantage on explorations, but other characters are also good in this department that can run, climb, and being Jesus walking on water. His jumping ability is unique. And oh, by the way, while in his mode, he cannot do plunge attacks. But what I'm seeing here, he can do that. So I don't know, maybe the time duration on this mode is gone while the jump ability is still active. And you get this. This skill has a lot of cooldowns. So elemental skill duration is 12 seconds. Okay, the duration. And the whole cooldown on the skill is 16 seconds. And his follow-up uh, cooldown on his special elemental skill, it has a cooldown of 11 seconds. Especially, I don't know if that is also the four winds session, which is also 11 seconds. So there's like three different cooldowns, but it's fine. There's like a 5 second gap on the three, I guess. But you can exploit on the cooldowns, I guess. And I also want to add on his elemental damage. Uh, hi- uh, his animation, if you want to crown it, it deals a lot of damage. On This is on paper, okay. So all I see here that he is a strong anemo DPS. But one thing I'm worried about on his kit right now on the elemental skill, he probably can be interrupt while in this mode, since I don't see anything if he is like Liula burst or even Novel at C2 charge attack when he is in this mode. So he may can be interrupt. So I don't see any resistance while doing in this mode. So he may be can be knocked back or be thrown around. So we're done in his elemental skill. Thank God that was very long. Now let's go to his elemental burst. So he unleashes a powerful double slash attack toward the front. So he deals 2 instances of anemo damage. Okay, like a Mavika ult, and also the same as his elemental skill, it will correspond on an element to your party, but it will prioritize an element based on the order of the aforementioned elemental type. So there's a condition on what element you want to activate on his burst, and there's 2 hits. So the first slash is gonna be the corresponding element, and the second one is the anemo damage. Maybe swirling the first slash. Yeah, that's how short his burst description. But on paper, it does a ton of damage than his elemental skill. But unfortunately, his bread and butter is his elemental skill. So let's let's go to his passives. So this first one is kind of trash, to be honestly. So for every party member from Mondstadt, the elemental skill called cooldown is decreased by 5%. So you need 4 more Mondstadt characters to have 20% in total. And here it is, okay? This effect does not trigger in domains, trance domains, or spiral abyss. Like, oh my god, do you even? Why do you even put this in his kit if it's not useful in endgame content? Like spiral abyss, dream tier, stygian. So this is just useful in open world. Yeah. Next is second passive. Like for every 1,000 points of Varka'S attack will grant Varka a 10% animal damage bonus to the corresponding element damage bonus. You know, among the aforementioned elemental types, only one element can gain bonus this way, up to 25%. Well, okay, since it's common, to have 2,000 attack points, so this is pretty easy to obtain, especially on Varka. And additionally, if they are 2 animal characters, or at least 2 characters of the same element, okay, it's like Pyro, Hydro, Electro, Cryo, his normal attacks, charge attacks, special charge attack, and special elemental skill that Varka deals or unleashes while in his elemental skill mode will deal 140% of their original damage. And this also increased the aforementioned element to 220. So another buff on his elemental skill. Okay, and looks like it wasn't strong enough, so they add this. And let's go to the third passive. When a nearby party members trigger a swirl, reactions. Varka gains one other Fang's Oath, yeah, another ability, increasing the damage dealt by the normal attacks, charge attacks, and special charge attack, and a special elemental skill. While in his elemental skill by 7.5 for 8 seconds and 4 stacks. Okay, so you need to deal a lot of swirls to get the maximum stacks. Okay. Oh, one second. For every second this way, so you just keep on hitting normal attacks or swirling the enemy. But I think while I'm reading this, I guess his elemental skill doesn't swirl while it's up, basically like anemo skirt or Xiao. And the fourth passive is just, yeah, I mean, you just need to make Varka a Hexroid character, yeah, to get this. Okay. Basically, if on this secret right enhances elemental skill for win session, you will it's gonna reduce it by 1 seconds. So the more you hit the enemy, the less cooldown you're gonna gain to do another elemental skill. So I'm imagining if I add a constellation 2, a gene constellation 2 on him, he will attack more faster. So basically, he's gonna do like Berserker Barrage, like Wolverine style. So let's go to his constellations now, since y'all wanted to know if you're gonna drop your stash primos on him. So in Constellation One, when he is in the elemental skill state, uh, it's just gonna increase, more further than the passive. Yeah, it's just gonna be more powerful than your normal elemental skill. And on his constellation too, this is the crazy stuff. This is gonna be strong AM. So when while I'm reading this, his special charge attack, you will gain another special charge attack to deal more damage, and that damage is gonna deal 800% on his attack. Like, this is a solid. If I get the C2, and this is it for me. Like, I'm just gonna stop. But if you're gonna go further, you just get the Constellation 3, because it's gonna increase his elemental skill more, like more powerful than before. Like, if C1 and C2 is not strong enough for you, then this is gonna be really, really strong. So on elemental, I mean on Constellation 4, I'm sorry. When Varka'S trigger a swirl reaction, okay, so it's just gonna increase another 20% of anemo damage, and the corresponding elemental damage bonus for 10 seconds. So basically, if you add that on the passive, you're gonna get 45% damage total, anemo damage. So Constellation 5 is just gonna increase your burst. This is the final constellation, and if one Constellation 1, 2, and 3 wasn't strong enough for you, this is this is just gonna make him a god, like the god of anemo. Stronger than Venti. So get this. So his elemental skill is going to be enhanced again. So for a short time after unleashing this special elemental skill, you can tap again on his elemental skill or hold this normal attack. So he can use a special charge attack. Okay? After performing the special charge attack, you can still tap on the elemental skill to unleash an instance or wins a session. This is the special elemental skill without expending any uses of the four wins a session. And yeah, ascension. Sorry for my English. So additionally, the Azerfang's oath effect, it will also increase by 15%. So if you got four stacks, you're gonna get 60% crit damage in total. So not only that, you're you're doing more shenanigans on his elemental skill, like spamming more of his charge attack. This is from my understanding, so this is insane. Like he is too strong. Yeah, I think this is the real Anemo DPS. Okay, but yeah, on paper he is strong, and I'm just worried about all of this because with all of his buffs and his constellation, and he's just gonna be thrown around because I don't see any resistance on against interruption. All right, like it's gonna be like Xiao in his elemental skill. Well, yeah, that's all what I understand on Varka'S skill set, passive and cons, and that is all. Please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. Maybe it may be little to you, but to me it's big. Thank you and good night.